Romero, Hypnosis. I'm a certified clinical and transpersonal intuitive hypnotherapist. Today I wanted to talk about a service that I offer for stress management. So a lot of people that come to me in regards to stress, they really are looking for a way to have an outlet. They are either in very stressful jobs, or they probably took on a little too much. Maybe they're a mom that's just taking on a huge load. She's trying to be both the mom and dad, and she's doing a full-time job and having to take care of the children. Or I have people who come and they're just really overwhelmed with their job, period. Or just overwhelmed with family and friends and relationships and the demand that they required of them. So stress overall, it can be very, very heavy. There are a couple of statistics and facts that I want to talk about in regards to stress. 77% of people experience physical symptoms caused by stress, and 73% of people experience psychological symptoms that are caused by stress. 48% feel that their stress has increased in the last 5 years. That's a lot of people in the world to be experiencing that in regards to just one section of the world. That's a lot of people. And to have the realization that you actually feel more stressed 5 years after than you were before, that should say that a lot in your life has changed. Either you have taken on a lot of responsibility, or that a lot of people have pretty much depended on you. So with that being said, I wanted to give you an idea of what I do when it comes to hypnotherapy when someone comes into my office regarding stress. The first thing that we do is we do an intake. So I usually sit in my computer. I do online sessions, so you and I from your house, because it's very, very convenient and comfortable. And we talk about what the issue is. When did the stress first start? How did it start? And due to the stress, when did you start seeing symptoms? If you had any physical symptoms or psychological symptoms, when did you start seeing those? So we start talking about that information, and then we go into the induction. And the induction is usually to take you into a state where your body and your mind are relaxed. Once you get into that relaxed state, then we go into the subconscious mind. And this is where a lot of that beautiful work really starts to happen. And when we go into the subconscious mind, we go in with the intention of really going for that core issue, which in this case is stress. We want to go to either a memory or an event or a traumatic event that happened in your life when this stress first began. So we end up going in there and finding out what's really happening. And I usually take in some techniques from my little toolbox that I have, my little make-believe toolbox, and I use them according to what your needs are at that moment. And I use whatever technique or modality is needed. And usually when that happens, something really great happens, because the client starts to have some awareness and clarity as to how this stress first started and why it even started. Then the client starts to realize, hey, oh wow, I didn't realize that it came from that, or I had no idea that this is what I was creating, or that I was allowing this to happen in my life. Or it could be so many other things. It really depends on what comes up, what your subconscious mind really wants you to see, so that you can resolve this and release it and let it go. So once we do get to that point of release and letting go or awareness, then we can move forward. Now we have some way of understanding when this started and where it came from. Then I go into the dehypnotizing stage, where I take you out of hypnosis, out of that relaxed state, and you're awake, and we're able to have a moment of reflection, which is the next stage. So we reflect on your experience. Most likely I'm your guide, so I just kind of guide you through the process in a very safe and comfortable way, but you're the one that's really telling me what you're seeing, what's happening in the experience. So we reflect and we ask questions in regards to, did you see a pattern? What's going on here? Do you have awareness? Is there clarity now? Are you able to move forward? What do you need to do now that you have this awareness? What came up for you? Do you understand now why this happened to you and why it's causing so much havoc in your life? Then the client finally goes, wow, I know what I need to do. Or I understand now why this has been happening in my life. And so we can talk about many things. Usually people who have stress have to create boundaries for themselves. They probably haven't had boundaries, so they're doing so much because either they want to help everyone or they feel like they just have to do so much to maintain their lifestyle. Maybe they need to change their lifestyle. Maybe it's just not healthy for them anymore. So many things can come up at that moment. But now you have an idea of why you have the stress. Then we start to reflect on some kind of plan to move you forward so that you can have some kind of stress management. Whether it is for you to eat better, whether you need to drink more water, have more sleep, create more balance in your life, or maybe just let go of some things that just don't serve you. Maybe some parts of your life that you really need to release, or to just have order and organization in your life to just create less stress. So we talk about all those things and kind of have some kind of clarity and awareness and some kind of plan to help you move forward. Then you have the processing stage. And the processing stage can be very emotional. It can be releasing. And usually that can happen when you're talking to me in the session or after the session. I have some clients that after the session, they tell me, I was in my car or I was in my room and I just kind of like started crying, or I just, started hitting the pillow and I got so angry at myself that I allowed myself to be in that situation. And I tell them, you know what? You're allowed to do that. Allow yourself to release, to let go, because that's exactly why we're doing this. We're doing this to help you release what no longer serves you. And so if whatever it is that no longer serves you is creating that stress, we need to do that. Because suppressing is not going to help. It's just going to cause more problems for you. And we're just going to be doing this work over and over. And my goal really isn't for you to be here all the time with me, but for me to empower you so that you can move forward with the tools that you need to be successful in whatever it is that you do, so that you can function right and you have balance in your life. And having balance is less stress. It's going to allow you to really be in your truth, in your light, in the purpose of which you are meant to be in. So that's pretty much what I do when it comes to stress management. We really do some work on reflecting and going in, deep in, and looking at where this first started so that we can have some clarity and awareness to help you move forward so that you can have a less stressful life and be happy and joyful and really enjoy life the way that you were meant to enjoy. So if any of this resonated with you, if you are someone that is dealing with a lot of stress and you've tried everything, medication, you've gone to therapists, doctors, whatever, if it's something that really resonates with you, feel free to contact me. You can reach me on my website at www.sabrinaromerohypnosis.com. And you can click on the appointment section, set up an appointment, and I would be more than happy to send you the information you need to get started. And if you have any questions or any comments, feel free to comment below on my YouTube video or go to my website, click on the contact page, and send me a message and I'll be happy to respond. And make sure that you have comment or a message that is mostly not very intrusive or rude in any way for anyone in this space. I really do my best to try to make this space as safe and non-judgmental as possible. Everyone has their journey and I respect that. So with that said, thank you so much for watching and hopefully I'll see you in the future. Take care and have a wonderful day.